Greetings everyone. We're going to do a short demonstration of the process for watering our new trees, all of which are doing very well, by the way. We're doing this not because it's complicated, but because there's some little tricks that make it easier and more efficient for everyone. So we have these nice new hose reels that make a big difference in winding the hose up and keeping it off the grass. So the first thing to do is to take the end of this. There's a valve on here that needs to be, it's closed right now. When it turns like this, it's straight in line with the hose, then it opens. So I'm going to have it closed right now. And then we go to the faucet. You notice there's no handle on this. The handle for the faucet is right here. And all our faucets are set up like this. And it goes right in there. And then you turn it. And you turn a while before the water comes on. There, it just started. And maybe you can see that hose move as it fills. So that hose is filling. When you unwind the hose, it's important to have the reel aimed like so it unwinds evenly going towards the tree. So we are going to unwind this and go out to the tree, and then I'll show. The bag is not complicated, but there's a couple little things to know that will make this much more accurate than actually filling that bag, and then we'll talk about the easiest way to rewind it. Okay, rewind. So I'm going to head out to the tree, and we'll do the bag, and I'll show you the trick to make it wind up even easier. Okay, so we are obviously at the tree. This is a bur oak. We are west of the church. There are 3 bur oaks. They're all doing well. We also have 3 river birch, 2 London plane trees, which are kind of a sycamore or maple tree, and then 3 more bur oak trees throughout the property that we'll be getting people to sign up for. So at the trees, there are 2 openings on this bag. There's one here where the zipper is. If you run water in there, it just runs out on the ground. I mentioned that because you'd soon know it because your foot would be wet. But then there's a slot right here, and you turn the valve on and fill up the bag. The bags hold 20 gallons. They should be filled to the top. We'll do this once a week if we have no rain. If we have rain that's adequate, then we will not need to water. And we have a system worked out that will help people to know that. So that's the process for filling. Again, it's not complicated, but I wanted to show you that there are 2 openings there, and be sure and get the right one. So if you go in here, it's just running out the bottom down here. You don't gain a thing. So we won't fill it all the way up because I don't need to be on the camera that long. That takes care of that. Now I'm going to just go quickly through the process to wind this hose back up. As I walked out here with this hose full of water, you probably couldn't see because the camera was behind me. I had to hang on with both hands, and it became more and more heavy. So that makes it harder to wind it up if it's left like this full of water. So there are 2 things to do. One is to pick up the hose and head back toward the hose reel, and so you basically are going to double the hose. So when you wind it back up, you're only winding half the hose at a time. So we're going to do that, but I'm also going to, when I get over there, I'll drop the hose, go to the faucet, shut the water off, open this valve so the water runs out of the hose, and that will make it lighter as far as picking it up. So I'm going to start back toward the church with the hose, and then we'll meet back at the church for a quick discussion on that. Okay, so we are back at the faucet, and the first thing we do is shut the water off. Again, we grab the key that we have, like a faucet handle, and insert that, and turn it, and you're going to notice water comes spraying out of there at some point in time, I think. It usually does. Yep, right there. So I just got my glasses washed. One way to avoid that, if you wanted to, would be to open the valve on the end of the hose, and that doesn't happen, but that's up to you if you want to do it that way. So that gets the water off, and be sure that will happen, but turn the key a little bit more to be sure that it's off completely and it's not going to leak. So then I go back out to the hose, and I open the valve, and then I come back to the hose reel. You may have to put your foot on here for a little bit to get started. So you get a little weight on the hose reel. So that hose reel works great. Just hook the hose up on top and we're all done. So that's the tutorial.
All right.
Thanks for watching.